Hello, Buckaroos. It's GC here again, coming at you from the Cowboy Cave. Once again, got Miss Tanya here. She's got a few more questions today of what it was like to grow up as GC in the big city.
Thanks for having me in, GC. So, rumor has it you were somewhat of troubled youth. Can you talk with us a little bit about that?
Well, what is troubled? What do you mean troubled youth?
It's been said that you didn't do well in school and you had to get some help getting through school.
Well, if I remember, I think it was 4th grade. I couldn't get past the math. I just couldn't do it. I had to take it a few times after that.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what you're referring to, I don't really know what you mean by trouble there. Had a little trouble with the maths.
What about when you were a teenager?
Well, I guess after Sally, or was it Sandy? After Sandy and I split up, I just kind of fell into a little bit of a state of depression for a while, and I didn't really feel like I fit in with what everybody else was doing in high school. If that's what you mean. It was a hard time. You know, it's a hard time for a lot of kids, right?
Yeah, did you have any experience that helped you out with that, or anybody there to support you during that time? Or were you just alone?
Well, after most of my classmates had already graduated, and I was still a sophomore, I did have one teacher who was able to help me out. She had a compassionate heart. She didn't judge me for the fact that maybe my priorities weren't where everyone else's priorities were, because I wasn't really interested in going to college like most of the people in my high school.
So you never went to college?
No, I never went to I went to clown college.
Yes, I remember that from our last interview. So can you tell us about this teacher?
Miss Smith, she was a home economics teacher, and it's actually, if I remember, before that, growing up, your parents do most of the cooking in the house, and so prior to being in home economics, I really had no experience with what it meant to do anything for yourself, to do your budget, to do your laundry, to do any sort of shopping or cooking. And it wasn't the subject matter per se, it was just that it was somebody who, like I said, had a compassionate heart and who you trusted, and someone who you knew wanted the best for you. Everybody should have that in their life, somebody.
So for those of us who have never taken a home ec class, what did you do in home ec?
What do we do in home ec? What kind of question is that, Miss Tanya? Did lots of things. I don't. What do you want to know specifically?
Like assignments?
35 years ago.
Did you make aprons or carry an egg around in a box?
Well, yeah. I guess we did do some sewing, and that's something I've actually kept doing throughout my life. And excuse me. Up here on the ranch, and something I actually find quite practical. In fact, I'm thinking of making some curtains for my cave out of this material.
Did you consider hiring a designer?
A designer for what?
An interior decorator.
To decorate my cave?
Yes.
Absolutely not.
They can help you choose the perfect decor.
No, I think I can choose my own perfect decor and come up with my own designs that suit me. Wouldn't you say?
It's entirely up to GC. I just thought you might want a decorator.
No, I don't need a decorator.
Well, back to school. So at what point in school did you realize that you wanted to go to clown school
Well,
instead of college?
well, I didn't really know that in high school, I didn't leave high school saying I was going to go to rodeo clown school. I left high school saying I just need to graduate because that's what we're supposed to do. And then I decided that after high school I was going to travel the world. I was going to go out west. I was going to try to relive some of the characters that I admired as a child.
And who were those?
Oh, well, Western actors, Lone Ranger, Tonto, that sort of thing. The Roadrunner. I like the Roadrunner cartoons. So I fell in love with that landscape.
So is that what ties into then what your priorities were?
What my priorities were.
You said you had different priorities than other kids your age.
Well, just that everyone else was taking the ASCT and the SAT so they could get into the best college possible. So I had no ambitions at all whatsoever, just other than to graduate. But once I was once I was graduating with the class like three years behind me, then that was a little bit motivating for me, really.
In what way?
Just I didn't want to get left behind again,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see how that would be a problem.
Yeah, it's kind of like what they say about old people, which I don't know that if it's true or not, but they say one of the hardest things about getting old is that everyone around you and all your friends, once they pass, what are you left with? I mean, you don't have any friends anymore, so we'll leave that as a lesson for us people as we get older, and I hope to keep that philosophy. Maybe what that tells us is that we should keep making new friends our whole life. I don't know, it's probably not as easy when you're 105 years old to go out and make friends.
Yes, well, okay, on to another subject. How about, did you make brownies in home ec?
Oh yeah, I think we did bake some brownies. The GC makes some wicked brownies.
Mm-hmm. Did you use that recipe as an inspiration for the cooking show?
I don't really remember any of the recipes, and the only thing that I think that would be a recipe inspiration for the cooking show are maybe some of the techniques. Knife techniques, blenders, food processors, food dehydration, which I find very useful, that sort of thing.
Food dehydration?
Yeah, food dehydration. Like you could take your fruits and vegetables and dry them in a food dryer.
Like dried prunes?
You could dry prunes if that helps you.
Not me personally, mind you. Just curious.
Okay.
So, you just dry them and eat them?
You can dry them, then you can eat them. You can take them with you on the trail. You can cook with them. The drying the foods is really good to preserve them, and obviously it's a little bit less weight. Now, keep in mind, we've actually taken cast iron oven, Dutch oven, on the horses back on trail with us. So when you're taking 65 pounds of steel with you, it's a little silly sometimes to think about trying to save a little bit of space or a little bit of weight. But the main thing about about the dried foods is that they keep better, because the way we camp, we're not car camping when we're on the trail with the horses. The way we camp, we don't have any refrigeration at all, other than if it's cold out, we might be able to stick something in the snow or put something in a stream, that sort of thing, to keep it cold.
65 pounds?
Horses can haul a lot of weight. If we got to feed 10 people, we take more food gear. If it's just me, I ain't carrying 65 pounds on my horse. I'll take the lightweight camping stove with the titanium and the steel, the thin steel pots and pans, that sort of thing. Stuff backpackers use. But we have a little bit of advantage being that we have the horses.